Transformers, eh? Yeah, we're talking about Transformers. Transformers Legacy United, which was the last year of the Legacy line, which is a subline of Transformers from the Generations line, were very hard to find. And the next waves are already coming out, which is Age of the Primes, which the theme for Age of the Primes is going to be the 13 original Primes are all going to finally be made into toys, because a lot of them have not been made into toys ever. And some of them just haven't had one in literal years. So the last line of the Legacy United, most of them were either recolors or like pack refreshes of hard to find. Like I said before, I never found them in retail at all. So I decided to purchase a lot of the ones that I was missing, and we're going to unbox them and show them off today. That'll be today's video. So we'll start with Wheeljack, then we'll go to Slipstream, and then of course the coup de grace, which is G1 Optimus. That was the one I was looking the most forward to. And like I said before, these were just impossible to find at retail. I was hearing from a few people I follow and just general rumblings that these were just not very common in retail. I have a lot of Targets and a lot of Walmarts in my area. I constantly go to check out the Transformers aisle to see if they have anything I'm missing, if they have anything worth checking out, because I have a long list of stuff I do want to get, both from Legacy and stuff that was re-released through Legacy, and these were just impossible to find. I never saw them. A lot of my Walmarts and Targets still had leftover stock from Transformers 1 that was shelf warming, and they did not, it seems like they didn't want to restock anything until those finally sold off. And a lot of my places are still trying to sell those off, so I think that was just kind of like what happened. So here we go. This, if I'm not mistaken, is a remold of the existing like Lamborghini mold that they've used prior. I don't have any of those molds, thankfully, because I don't really like buying a bunch of the same mold. I like usually trying to get one color or mold of whatever. So we have, again, Armada Wheeljack. Very excited about this. We actually technically got this already because Armada Wheeljack was used for, I believe it was Shattered Glass Wheeljack. And he actually came with his, that one came with the Minicon. This one doesn't, which is kind of a bummer, but you know, what are you gonna do? I guess it would have jacked up the price, so you know, they just didn't do it. I still wish they'd just make like a Minicon pack or something. I don't know what's up with that. They're still being very weird about that. But yeah, very excited to have him. I'm a big fan of the Cybertron trilogy in general, and I'm a big fan of Armada specifically. So pretty much all the Armada molds I needed. That was like a must-have. That was not like I wasn't gonna skip out on any of those. I needed those, all of them. So I think this is the last one. Like I didn't get any of the recolors. So I didn't get the recolored Hotshot, and I did not get the recolored Galvatron. I was never crazy about the Galvatron color anyway. So I'm pretty sure this is the last so far for Legacy. I know that if anyone's a fan of Armada, Red Alert. Oh, I just slipped his hand a little bit. That's great. Gave him a little boo-boo. Oopsies. Well, you know, he's got a little battle scar. There you go. You could barely tell I did anything. Literally in the back of my head, I thought to myself, what if I just like accidentally nipped the toy? And then I did it. These nippers suck though. These are not my like mini nippers. These are just like extra ones I have lying around. Alright. I'm not the kind of person that tries to transform these things without the instructions, so let's try to use the instructions. First things first, already a good sign, he's not wobbly at all. He's solid as fuck. You know what, maybe that's why I haven't opened mine in a while. The last one I opened was Vector Prime, and I need to get another one of that because my Vector Prime copy is really, really bad. His QC is horrible. He cannot do a single thing. He can't move at all. It's a shame. He's so floppy. But this, nice and solid. I'm very happy. I'm gonna have him, have him beating the shit out of. My boy Hotshot. So this goes in there. It doesn't really stand there very well. Maybe it's this one. Oh fuck! No, it drops. Okay. It doesn't go in that way. It doesn't go in this way. Not really. Okay, this doesn't really fit. There we go. Just gotta squeeze it a little bit. So this side stays open. So you can obviously hold this, but I know you can slot it in somewhere. It showed in the package. I don't know if it just goes back here or... Oh, I see. Right there. Little slots up there. And again, he looks good. It was really, really good, and I'm absolutely over the moon with how solid he feels. Like that's good, because sometimes I get very unlucky when it comes to quality control. So let's try to transform him and move on to Slipstream. Slipstream's another really excited for that one. So here we go. One thing though, I noticed these feet aren't really feeting. I don't know if they are supposed to bend. I'm scared of bending them. Yeah, they're supposed to bend downward, but that's fine. He sits pretty sturdily. Oh, okay. Alright, this seems fairly self-explanatory, thankfully. Okay. I love me a transformer with a simple transformation scheme. Don't like when they overcomplicate transformations. It's very annoying. Okay, there we go. Yeah, they fold inward like that. That's good. Are these folding pretty well? Does this close just like that? I think it folds in first. I guess. Alright. Thankfully, this is very self-explanatory. Oh my god. First of all, holy shit, look how nice that looks. That looks absolutely gorgeous. I've been staying away from this mold for a very long time. I think I might get the Siege version of this, like the Siege like Sunstreaker, or I can't remember. I think Sunstreaker's the yellow one. I can't remember the red one's name is. But yeah, this is a gorgeous vehicle. Like, look how like sleek that is. Now, I think I like the vehicle mode a lot. I don't think it's like bad. I feel like this was a little controversial for some reason. I think some people were not crazy about the fact that they used this vehicle for him, because it's not like 100% accurate, but I feel like it fits the character very, very well. And I feel like, again, I just think it looks really pretty too. It's just a really nice looking car. So I think you can fake the... Okay, I think we might have a slight problem. I think they gave me two of the same side instead of like one the opposite. I think that's what they did. I was just talking about how QC usually doesn't screw me over, and here we go. Yeah, they gave me two of the same side, so I can't really do the gimmick thing. What the hell? That's such an oddly specific thing. So the gimmick thing in the original toy is that these two go in here and then move up. But yeah, like I said, they gave me two of the same side, so yeah, that's obnoxious. Well, at least the figure's solid. I guess I can say that much. I cannot believe that. I'm gonna try to contact Hasbro and see if they can like do me a solid and send me the half I'm missing. That's crazy. Well, what are you gonna do? Well, it's still good. Doesn't really change the fact of how I feel about the figure. Mishap with the accessories aside, very nice. Again, love the car. I think it fits in very well painted. Simple ass transformation, but I love that. Like, it's not in a bad way. Really cool. But again, that's so strange. Okay, on to Slipstream. Slipstream, very cool transformer. I am so happy. Big fan of Starscream, so being able to have a female Seeker, it makes me happy. What can I say about Slipstream? So I have the 30th anniversary Windblade mold, and it's nice. It's a pretty bad transformer though. It's always made me laugh how expensive that thing got, because I bought one back when Thrilling 30 was like still a thing, like it's still happening, and it was like my least favorite mold that I've ever bought at the time when I was a lot younger and still actively collecting. So when I heard about Slipstream, like them making a kind of repaint of her, but it was that mold, I kind of like dropped my want for her, thankfully, because it's also that figure was stupid expensive. So with the new Windblade, I did like the mold, but my one thing was like, I was like, oh, you know, I don't know if I'm gonna get it though, because I really need another Windblade. Thankfully, they made a Slipstream, so now I have the mold without having to own another Windblade. For those of you not in the know, I believe Slipstream started in Animated. I think Animated was her first appearance, and she showed up in, I think she did show up in Cyberverse. I could be wrong. Yeah, well, this is Cyberverse Universe, so I guess she did show up in Cyberverse. So this is based off of that version, which is kind of convenient because I believe the Windblade is also based off of Cyberverse, so they just kind of had their cake and ate it too with this. That's one thing I gotta say about this era of Hasbro. What really made me come back is I do like just how, like, I know some people don't like it, but I do think it's cool that like every time they make a mold, they try to kind of like figure out, okay, like what can we make this into whenever they do a mold. And I think it's just nice. Like it reminds me a lot of like the classic Universe line, where it was a lot of like remolds or repaints of existing figures. All right, QC's treating me fairly fine. She is good and solid, no loose parts. I think she has actually half and half. Actually, even if it's the same side, it wouldn't really matter that much. So I know one thing people were pissed off about is that her null rays go underneath her arm instead of on the side here. I don't think it would have cost that much just to like make a hole here. But at least she can actually have them on her side. Like at first when they announced this, I was very worried that like she would have to hold them. And I just think the idea of a Seeker holding their null rays just viscerally upsets me. I don't like that. But I can deal with this. This is nice. And plus, you can still do that and then turn her hand like so. And, oh god. And, or have this down like that. Well, then that's sticking up, which is, whatever. Gives her own little look, you know? That's not horrible. I mean, you can still have it look like it's shooting sideways. It's not like the end of the world. I don't know why so many people really like were treating that like it was like they ruined the figure irreparably. They're like, this sucks. It's not gonna work. It's awful. And I'm just like, I'm just gonna like fucking do that and call it a day. It looks good. Love that head. That head sculpt is nice. I didn't talk about the Willowjack's head sculpt. Willowjack's head sculpt was great too, but this one's really, really good. Did a good job capturing that kind of Starscream Seeker look. And let's try to transform this one too. We're technically 0 for 2 with quality control, but you know, again, the fact that the Wheeljack's things are like not the same, or the same half, it's not the end of the world. I'd rather have that kind of minor issue than something major like with my copy of Vector Prime where he just doesn't transform well and can't stand up. Okay, looks like it's gonna be another fairly straightforward transformation here. This was already put down. Oh, this splits open. Oh my god, the whole thing splits. Ow. Ow. Flip it over. Bring her wings down. Okay. Oh, I see. Is her head gonna fucking... Oh, it's overhead. Cool. Alright. This all over. Connect these together. That up. I'm gonna guess flip these down. Okay. I guess flip these out. This is just all finagles, I guess. What are you missing here? That opens. That also opens. I guess we just fold it over on itself, right? No? Oh, I see. It's easy. This is the top of the jet over here, so that this folds kind of accordions up and over. Okay, I see this goes up here, up and over, up and over. Oh, okay, I see what's going here. Interesting transformation going on here. Let me fold these up just to kind of make it easier for this to fit in here. Okay, and then the hands just clip into there. That could be better, but it also could be worse, so I'm not complaining too much. Alright, and I think that's it. I think it's another really simple transformation down for the count. Looks like this can't go up without the feet going up like that. I don't know if that's independent. No, it should be. There we go. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, that doesn't close too terribly well, but that's not like a massive issue. Then these can't clip there, so I guess they can just clip on the inner one here? No. What does the instructions say what we're gonna do? It says to do in the outer ones. That's not ideal. I don't think that really... I think if it would have been able to fit here, I think that would look better. Let me see. I might actually be able to finagle this in there. Because this is like a little nub here. I think it would fit there, it would look better. But we kind of have to fit it in here instead. And let's get this one here. There we go. I gotta say, very nice. First of all, love the articulation, love the color scheme. This color scheme is just so, like, how do you say no to this color scheme? I absolutely love, again, this Legacy reminded me, and just like, again, in general, just like the more modern Transformers line since, like, not really Siege, really since Legacy, since they just started doing like these different kind of versions and stuff. It reminds me a lot. Oh, this is open? I'm not gonna mess with that. It reminds me a lot of like BotCon and early universe stuff, where they're really nice recolors and remolds of existing characters, and it does a really good job of like transforming them into something else. Where like, yes, this is Wingblade, but since that Slipstream existed that was already repainted, they just repainted her again. And I think this looks really great. I love the look of the figure. I'm just really glad I own this. Honestly, low-key kind of bummed I didn't grab Wingblade. I knew this was coming, so I just waited. And I'm still happy I have this, but at the same time, like, damn, I kind of want to mess with that Wingblade, because, like, again, throwing 30 Wingblade is just not it. She doesn't pose well or anything. She looks pretty, but, like, that's really it. This is nice. So yeah, another thumbs up, 2 thumbs up. And then again, this is very solid as well. So that's another thing I'm very happy about. Now let's go for the coup de grace. Very happy about this. I wanted this one for so long. I'm glad I picked this up when I did because I was starting to see it sell out online because it seems like everyone realized when I realized like, okay, I don't think this is coming out in retail. So here we go. It is G1 Optimus. Like it literally says G1 Universe Optimus Prime. Got the truck right here. And I'm very excited because he comes with his axe too. And it comes with two guns and an axe. Very nice as far as the accessories are concerned. Especially for a deluxe. I think deluxes don't really get many accessories. So yeah, I think he comes with a fucking matrix too, actually. I think he has like a matrix, the fucking shield. Like, he comes with a lot for a deluxe. It's kind of strange. But like, usually deluxes, you're lucky if you get... Yeah, there you go. Look. Yeah, usually with deluxes, you're lucky if you even get like 1 weapon. Let alone 2. Yeah, so he comes with a Matrix of Leadership. This looks like the same mold we've been using since the Earthwise mold, I believe. So this is the more anime, or yeah, I guess anime, cartoon anime. I believe this is the one that's more anime accurate. I think this is the one that's more toy accurate, or vice versa. But I believe that's what's going on here. I like the fact that there's 2. We can dual wield. And then this is low-key one of the most exciting things is the axe, because I don't own the axe for Earthrise, and I might actually give this to my Earthrise Prime. So it should fit his fist, but I don't know. I don't feel like going to grab him, so you won't find out in this video. Sorry. That was the one thing you were hoping for in this video. You are sadly mistaken. Get his arms free, and there we go. I don't actually own a G1 Prime. I had one of my older cousins had a G1 Prime, and I really wanted it, but he never gave it to me. So there's that. But I have messed with the G1 Prime, and this does a really good job of looking like him. The funniest thing about this is that this came out, or was announced, not too long after they had announced the Missing Link. So I think it's really funny that, like, low-key it's like Missing Link at home, like we have Missing Link at home. But, like, if I'm not mistaken, from the videos that I've seen of this mold, first of all, the fact they can do this is already a step above the Missing Link, and I think his leg articulation in general is better than the Missing Link. It doesn't have any die-cast, no, but I do think it does a great job of evoking G1 Prime with, you know, the toy itself, like with the yellow eyes, and it's his stature and how he looks, too. Like, this is, like, perfect. If I'm not mistaken, too, this trailer hitch is compatible with the Earthrise trailer, which is cool. I'm glad he didn't come with the trailer. I'm so over trailers. It's so funny because I feel like for decades fans wanted a trailer with Prime, and now that we get trailers with Prime, it's just like we're done with it. And I'm one of those people. I hate trailers because they just take up space and jack up the price. Look at that. Look how far is like. Look at the splits, baby. And you know what? I gotta say, another really solid figure. Like, all 3 of these figures are like super solid. All of these have been really solid as far as QC is concerned, except for Wheeljack and having, you know, mismatch little things. But yeah, I gotta say, I'm very happy. Oh, I forgot to mention rubber wheels. It's kind of crazy. They pull out all the stops for this Prime. Like, if rubber, I believe pinned as well, like rubber pinned wheels. It's really, look at that. Look at that ankle pivot. Like, what? Like, what G1 Prime, you know, can do that? I don't even think the Missing Link can even do that. I really hope they do this with other molds from G1. I know, like, there's more Missing Links coming down the pipe, but I really hope we get some more like this from Hasbro, because this is, like, nice. So I think, does this go under or over? I think, yeah, I think they just say to put it over the hand. It doesn't really go in all the way, though, because this is low-key, like, one of the big reasons I bought this figure. I mean, also, I just really like the idea of a deluxe Prime, first of all, but also I like the idea of new G1 Prime. Yeah, that's as far as I can get in the wrists, or the hands. I'm not going to push it any further, but there you go. He's got his Anadron axe, and then we'll give him the gun. And for good measure, okay, I think I might have to either sand the weapons or sand the hands. Probably the hands, because I think these are clear plastic painted black. So I'm going to sand the hands a little bit to get these to fit in there. Because that is not good. Alright, so let's try to do the classic. I got to switch the accessories. I'm going to try to do the classic, ooh, yeah, don't like that. Ooh, is that a stress mark already? No, okay, we're good. Like, yeah. Whoa, dude, I'm about to break the figure. Holy shit. Wow, that was really bad. Alright, does he turn? Oh yeah, that's the only thing. He doesn't. No, he turns. Yeah, he's just a little whisk. Wow, he's a wee swivel. Swivel. feel like I'm doing it the wrong way. I mean, that's fairly close. Look at that. That's crazy. For like the G1 mold to be able to do that, that's awesome. Oh god. Okay, that was good. Now I'm gonna try to just transform this without the stuff because it's G1 Prime. How hard could this be? I know they changed some things here and there, but like it can't be that much different. I wonder, oh, the matrix is fitting there. That's sick. So that's cool. I'm glad that still opens. But the original one can do that, but like there's no matrix chamber. Please go back. I'm sure. I know there's something with the wrists. They're different. Oh god, let's not break anything. Okay, no, that does go out like that. Just a little, Don't really like how that feels opening. That feels like you're gonna break it. That just does not feel good. Yeah, no, I don't like how that feels. Oh, I think that's how you do it. Yeah, that does not feel good. Let me see. That's, I think, yeah, just break these arms and flip them over. Okay, that's just how you do it. Feels like you're gonna break it. I'm not crazy about that, but it is what it is. Okay, all right, we're already halfway there. This is what always makes me mad when they overcomplicate G1 Prime, because it's just like, this is all you have to do, really, to get him to fucking transform, and why are we adding, why are there like 15 steps just to get to this part? I always abhorred that with like the more expensive primes. It's always strange. Like even Earthrise, like I like his transformation, but I'm not in love with it just because I feel like it's a little overcomplicated for what it does. This is not connecting. This is not really wanting to connect. Let's try to flatten everything out and see if that, oh god, let's flip this up and see if that does anything. Alright, he doesn't really do a great job of holding together. Let's just see if I'm doing anything wrong. Let's consult the instructions. I don't think so. We're at here. Oh, I was supposed to clip in before? Maybe that's what I didn't do. You know, right. Not really giving me a great click though. That's supposed to click, but that doesn't really click at all. None of this is really clicking, to be honest with you. Oh, this is supposed to go in like that. Oh. Alright, there's a lot of tabs and slots that aren't tabbing and slotting. Okay, I mean, that's as good as we're gonna get. Not the, oh god. Clip in there. Alright, there we go. Okay. It just required a lot of pushing. Nothing really clicked the way it's supposed to. But in the end, we have your classic standard Generation 1 Prime. And yeah. Whoa. That rolls extremely well thanks to the rubber tires and pinned wheels. That's why a lot of people kind of bitch about that. But then again, are we being real with ourselves? Who is playing with the Transformers like this? No one. We transform them back and forth like they're like puzzles slash desk toys slash fidget toys, and we pose them. That's at least how I play with mine. Even when I was a kid. I wasn't much of a person who was like, oh, Megatron, I'm gonna boo boo. I didn't really do that with my Transformers. I transformed them back and forth a bunch of times, posed them, and kind of call it a day. Maybe that's just me. Weapon storage. The holes here are a lot bigger than the hands, thankfully. I'm definitely gonna have to sand the hands in a little bit more, because that was crazy. Yeah, holds everything, which is nice. I would personally never display it like that, but yay. I really hope, I know some people have already said this before, but I do really hope we get like an Ultra Magnus version of this mold, even if it's just a recolor. I'm happy with that. However, if they could figure out how to do like the actual like classic Magnus where like they make a trailer and you can like combine with it, that would be awesome. But this is a good way to, a good place to end it here, because again, look at that, like classic G1 Prime. Can't get any better than that. I'm very glad I finally own this. I'm glad I was able to get it with like at a good price, because it's already starting to kind of get a little crazy. Like you saw it sell out a couple places. But yeah, if you guys are also collecting Transformers, how did you guys do with this wave of Legacy United? I again struck out with everything from this wave, except for the ones I just bought now. I did not see them in retail at all. So yeah, thanks again for watching. Hope you liked this video, and I will see you when I see you. Peace. Woo.